I compare this first year under Shane Beamer very similarly to that first year under Muschamp in the sense of the expectations, even where it's like, I think realistically, and I mean, of course, those guys in the building don't listen to anything I say. I mean, they're expecting to win every football game. That's how you approach it. Yeah. But, from the outsider perspective, when we look at games, when we break it down and we make predictions, I think getting to a bowl game in year one would be a success, just like it was in year one of Will Muschamp. But it's more important even because, again, that's sort of, from when we talked in December to now we're in the summer, we're truly in the preseason. That's what the conversation shifts to, like, okay, what are first-year expectations? How is this team going to do this year? What can we really expect? Because, again, you've got the positive vibes, high vibes, everything's great, but you got to go out and play football. Yeah. You got to go play an SEC schedule. You got Georgia week 3. You got to go play everybody, right? And like you said, I'm really looking forward to how this team responds to adversity. But what are you – because I've told people have asked me about the record and stuff, and I'm going to make record predictions, but what I want to see out of Carolina football this year, the record's almost secondary in the sense of how do they play? Like picking each other up, patting each other on the butt, playing the game, being excited to play, playing it the right way, being disciplined, things of that nature.
Playing
hard. Yeah.
That's something that we didn't see a ton of last year. And I know they burned the bridge and burned the ships and everybody hated everybody, but it's a new day now.
Right.
Right. And I want to see the guys, especially on defense, ball control and consistency and growth on offense and reckless abandon on defense. I want to see people hitting people. We haven't seen that.
Yeah.
And I think just not really changing gears, but talking about what I saw in the spring game, right? And what maybe talking about record predictions.
Right.
My prediction went up after watching the spring game. I think there are pieces in place for us to be good. I think that we have talent on the defensive side of the ball. We weren't even talking about the kid from Georgia State in the spring.
Yeah.
Right. And then offensively, I mean, Zaquandre White stole the show in the spring game.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow.
Yeah.
That dude was impressive.
Yeah.
And I've been watching college football my whole life, but watching it intently for the last 8-9 years now. And that dude can play.
Yeah.
And then you add Kevin Harris, who's a freaking horse.
Yeah. Leading rusher in the conference.
Yeah. And then Marshawn Lloyd, who's a 5-star running back who didn't even play. I mean, and then you've got a quarterback who's extremely athletic with, some question marks at receiver, which I think, they're not going to be Brian Edwards and Debo and Farrow, but they're going to be guys that I think can play. And then that new tight end and then Nick Muse in there, there are pieces in place for them to be good. In my opinion, it's up to the staff to be creative, to put their chips that they have in the best chance to win. I'm not saying you just run inside zone every play and maybe a little zone read.
Right.
There are things and there are ways to get those playmakers with the ball in space, capable of making plays. A lot of return offensive line too. I mean, they were great run blocking. They couldn't pass protect worth crap, and listen, we also couldn't get open or catch.
There are a lot of things we couldn't do.
There are a lot of things that struggled, right? But but when it's a new day, and I'm telling you, when I didn't realize it when I was playing, now I'm on my 5th year of whether it's training or coaching, being in some type of an outside of playing role in football. Confidence in any sport. Confidence is so freaking important.
Yeah.
It's more important than damn scheme and talent, in my opinion, because if you go out there confident and thinking in your own mind, like, I'm going to have success today. I know I'm going to. Dude, I'm telling you, you go, it's like going to play golf. If you go up there and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to shank this
It's
thing.
all mental. It's all mental. Yeah.
And so what I'm seeing this coaching staff instilling confidence into these guys, just constant positive reinforcement, telling them that they are good enough and they are going to make plays and we are going to win games and we're going to win games we're not supposed to. We're going to win games we're not supposed to and lose. They don't even say lose. We are going to win games. And it should make everybody excited. And I'm not going to sit here and be the hype guy that we're going to go 12-0, but I think that we're going to shock a few people. And we're going to play better than we expect.